Zombie apocalypse.
Welcome to this episode of the Poppa Show. Well, I had some crazy handlebar mustache on my face for a hot minute. Poppa B said, "No way, Jose." Had to go. Just wasn't feeling it. I left it on there for a couple of days just to see what the reaction was. Fuck everybody's reaction, man. Did not like it. I did not like it. So went 3/4 naked. Just left a little salt and pepper on the chin. I do something a little different today, right? So I want to talk about personal growth. Let's say that you work for a company and you want to grow. To what extent do you put yourself out there to grow is the question. What can you take on that doesn't hinder your day-to-day duties that you normally do? Because, listen, you can take on the world and still trip up in your daily responsibilities. And guess what's going to get more notice than what you're actually doing to try to grow by taking extra work on to put yourself in a position where you can grow within the company that you work for. So you've got to stop and think, what is it worth to grow? Because you can find yourself taking on a lot of tasks, and it's easy to find tasks because people are always willing to give you a task because it's less work they got to do, right? So how much of that do you assume without having it interfere with your normal duties? Because it's not important that you're taking on these tasks when your normal duties fall behind. So beware of how much you want to grow. Is there really growth behind what you're doing? Or are you just helping somebody else get all the notice because you're helping them get their projects done? Big pet peeve of mine, if there's nothing behind what you do, if there's no gratification, whether it be self-gratification or the person you're doing it for is grateful, then stop what you're doing and just do your task and do it well. Because you're just being taken advantage of at that point. So always look at your opportunity. Most companies, when they have a position that's coming up, they're going to post it. So you could be pre-positioning yourself in your mind, and then somebody else that hasn't done half the legwork you've done is going to come in and run you right over. Sometimes it may be a popularity contest, and sometimes they may have a set of skill sets that supersede your skill sets and everything you've done to try and preset yourself for a possibility of growing. And that's everywhere. I'm not saying that's what's going on in my life. I've done it in the past. I traveled all over the United States and took on a lot of things. For one, I just didn't know how to not work hard. That's number one. I'll never detract from Poppa B. Poppa B, he puts 110% in, 99.999% of the time. Every once in a while, I'll just get kind of frustrated and reel it back in. But I overworked myself. I didn't have to be asked to do that. I just naturally did it. And but I wasn't paid what I should have been paid a long time ago. Made good money, but definitely for a long time I was riding, and doing a lot of work and just not being paid for what I did. But neither here nor there. I spent many, many, many years in the staffing industry. So I found people work. And I did very well at what I did is because my ability to read people and understand that the logic behind what fits and what don't fit doesn't necessarily mean what's on paper and what's in one's past. It's understanding, what their desire is, but you can also figure out their desire based on identifying their needs. And then you can take them from one discipline and move them into another, and it's magic. Those people will be ever grateful to you, but they just succeed. So it's understanding, let's say if you're the boss man, or boss woman, understanding who you have. Let's use Moneyball for an example. That is prime. That is prime of what I did for almost 20 years in the staffing industry before switching over to safety and risk management. But that's what I did. I played Moneyball with people and employers from every discipline, from nursing to trucking to manufacturing to office, you name it. I had my hands in everything for a very long time. And I played Moneyball with people in companies. I would find a way to tell the hiring manager for the company that I was trying to staff that necessarily their job description is phenomenal, but their understanding of what fits may be what's keeping them from getting the employees they want that will stay and will do well and will grow. And once I allowed them to let me kind of choose of who I thought would fit, always, 90, probably 7% of the time, those people stayed at the company and they advanced through the company. And then, of course, very cyclical. I moved through one company, but we were bought out by 5 different companies. So, and then I moved throughout the states between Massachusetts and Florida. So I know in some states, when I look back on it, even 10, 15 years later, some of those people that I put at a specific companies on was one was running it, and quite a few others were very high up in management. So opportunity, know who you have, and then take advantage of that. Not take advantage of it, just figure out how to move the pieces around to make people grow. And they will love what they're doing to grow. And then you have the other people that are starving that just want to grow because that's all they want. They want power. And those people usually come and disappear. So listen, as an employer, know what you got, move the pawns around. As a worker, know what to do to grow yourself at the same time without getting yourself taken advantage of. And then listen, there's no shame in railing it back. If what you're trying to do, that avenue you're trying to take, slow it down. Stop accepting the extra tasks and just turn around and do what's in front of you and do it well until there's another opportunity to make that shift. And always keep an eye out if they post positions within your business to grow. Because listen, just because things aren't going your way, it's not great to just jump ship because things suck at the moment. Because guess what? Work is work. We do it for a very long time. We're one of the countries that, do it for 65, 67 years. A lot of these other countries, they're not working as hard as we are, as long as we are, and for as long as we are. So, you got to find your happy median. You got to find out what makes it work for you. Just a little bit of advice on growth, when to approach and take on tasks, when to walk away from tasks, and as an employer, how to move your people around to give them the ability to learn and grow. And you'll find out that opportunity usually breeds success. And that's it. Take advantage of the opportunity if you can to take on extra tasks. Take advantage of the opportunity to understand that your employees will probably gratefully learn a new task just for personal growth. And that will breed success in life, work, and in play. All right, this is the Poppa B Show. Semi-educational, not so blunt and in your face. But this is my show, and I'm Poppa B, and as usual, I'm fucking out of here.